Oh my goodness. It's no longer a hot sauce review. Let's see how this one looks. I've never done it this way before. It's usually done a different way. It's supposed to be a little bit more interactive. I don't know if that's true. I guess we'll find out. I still see a delay here. It's aggravating. Well, first part of the evening was the hot sauce review. The rest of the evening is just late night chit chat and stupid scary stories live. We can talk about things, scary things, things that scare you. They go bump in the night, scream and yell about it. You're like, ah, help me, please. I have a short little tale to tell you. It's a quick one. Told in the dark. It's the best way. The glowing orb in the back. It's looking at us ever so ominously. It dreams of the day where it can take the shape of a human form again. Slowly. Follows us around. I've seen it floating from the graveyard several times. Following me. Whispers in my ear things of danger, evil ahead. I ignore it most days. Brush it off. It's schizoaffective disorder. They say the hallucinations are somewhat audible. You hear things. I dismissed the whispering. Didn't pay attention to its warnings as I traversed into the cemetery late night. It was dark. There was no one there to assist me in my quest for the spirits of the underworld. I was quite lost. Mist rolled in. Voices, they whispered. I heard this. Hairs on the back of my neck. They stood up like soldiers, ready for what I don't know. There's nothing to see. It's darkness. My light went out, stopped working. Batteries. I guess I didn't check them before I went in there like a jackass. Sometimes that happens, you know. You're just like all caught up in the moment. Proved to be most ridiculous and stupid. Yes. I heard things in the background. Sounds. I was nervous. I mean, I knew that inside of the cemetery were turkeys. Still hearing the twigs cracking in the middle of the night gave me a fright. And it wasn't right. The moon casting shadows, dark ground, wind blows. It's like something's moving. I turned quick. Nothing's there. Continue to walk deeper into the fucking cemetery like a jackass, you know, because I'm stupid like that, you know. Trying to get shit on camera, prove that somehow these ghouls and goblins exist. People won't believe me without photographic evidence. So I dove deeper into the fucking cemetery. What I saw was something frightening. It was terrifying. Bottom of the gully, near the stone bridge. A young woman screaming, or at least it looked like she was screaming. Nothing was coming out. Silence. A man was dressed in black, or was black, meaning just darkness. You can see the shine of a knife. I yelled, "Hey! What are you doing? What's going on?" He stabbed her repeatedly. It's over and over again. Blood shot everywhere. I ran towards him and went to tackle him. I jumped, fucking flew right through him, landed on the ground, turned around, there was nothing there. I was like, oh shit. Fuck, what the fuck is going on here? Immediately I got nervous. I got really fucking nervous. I got up, dusted myself off. Started walking towards the gate. I noticed it was silent. Completely silent. There's no sound of cars or people talking. It's just eerily quiet. Started walking. All of a sudden I had the feeling that things just weren't the same. It just came over me suddenly. Something I couldn't face. Couldn't quite put my finger on it, but it had me nervous. It had me nervous. I tried to see if my flashlight was working. I had completely shit the bed at this point. I was on my own in the dark. Not knowing what could be behind me at any moment. It seemed like the darkness was so dark. I noticed the lights in the cemetery weren't on. In fact, they weren't there at all. And I knew this was weird. This couldn't be. It was the same cemetery. There were lights. Where'd the lights go? Where was the fucking noise and cars, traffic, people talking, walking, something? It's just darkness, silence. I walked towards the gate. I noticed that there were less stones and the cemetery was clean. I immediately freaked out. Ran. Was moving quicker. I noticed the paths were manicured. Plants. Planters. The houses were different. No streetlights. Streets were cobblestone. I immediately ran to the gate, looked out. If I was back in the times that I thought I was, well, a dude such as myself, looking such as myself, doesn't want to be running around looking stupid. Well, I decided it was in my best interest. To immediately find myself some clothing that fit this time period. Found an outdoor clothesline. Snagged some clothes real quick. Oh shit. Someone's coming. Put on the powdered wig. Quickly as I can. Listening to the way they're talking, not sure I can imitate it. Sees me. Hey! You! What are you doing there? Pish tosh! My name is Reese of the Mitchell. I'm a traveler from way across the Western Front. You don't know me. Not from around these parts. I'm an adventurer, drawing maps. The U.S. government, that doesn't exist yet, but will soon, depending on the year this is. What year is this? I was walking through the cemetery and I smacked my head on a stone. I'm not quite sure I know where I am. Well, young man, you're in Derryfield, New Hampshire, colony. Are you a freeman? Why, yes, I am a freeman. Hail from Pennsylvania, colony. Near Philadelphia. I've worked with several of the engineers and planners there. I've got some ideas that might do you good. so I wasn't gonna give anyone any ideas. Change the timeline. The future might be worse than it is now, or maybe there would be no future. Who knows? Introduced electricity too early, and men killed themselves. It's not the point. The point is this: I was traveling some time. I didn't understand. I remember some of the things from history books, but it was totally different. It was totally different. It wasn't anything like we expected it to be. It was harmony, happiness. It was until they came. When I say they, I mean the aliens. They swooped down upon the planet. It was terrible. It was terrible. That's why the ghosts roam. The people thought that the aliens would honor the sanctity of cemeteries. They gathered there for safety. The churches had been burned to the ground preemptively by the aliens upon the invasion while there was no end in them. Well, they were wrong. The aliens figured that this meant that the humans were ready to die. Since they had congregated in a graveyard, they made them dig their own graves, buried them alive. All of them. Hundreds, whole towns, whole villages. Just killed, buried, alive, screaming, yelling. Dead, gone, ghosts roaming for hundreds of years. Whole towns populated by ghosts. The British, despite the less Revolutionary War, folks, wasn't guerrilla tactics at all. No, it was the haunted towns, the haunted colonies. They walked into them. They thought they were killing men. And they realized they're not killing anything. They're already dead. Many of them went mad, lost their minds, and crazy. Came back telling stories of ghosts, specters, and things. They were immediately thrown into the ships, prison ships, where they ended up catching syphilis or tuberculosis or any number of 1700s era diseases that people on ships had. Limey, scurvy, fucking scally, wag, hag tag, majag. Don't pay me any mind. I'm high. Now, this went on for quite some time, the hauntings. Nobody would inhabit these places. A man named Blodgett came along. He said, fuck this. Ghosts. It's more of us ghosts in the UK than here, because there's been wars there constantly, just killing each other. I'm a Welsh guy. The name's really something else, but we're changing it here. It's Blodgett. Because we want shit. They took all our shit over there and told us we couldn't have shit simply because we're Welsh. So we're going to come over here and have shit. And I'm going to tell them to go fuck themselves. Well, that's kind of true. Pretty much. Condensed. Quite a lot. Henry Blodgett, father of the largest continuous mill in the world. Changed the name of Dairyfield to Manchester after the Queen. To honor Britain. Also, to kind of keep them off his fucking back. Now, of course, this largest continuous mill would make the wood needed to make the ships for the Navy the biggest war machine Britain had to offer. Oh, the kingdom. They didn't know what they were facing. Well, Blodgett felt the same way all over again, man. Here comes these goddamn Brits telling him, hey, you're charging us too much for the fucking wood, buddy. We want it, like, half price. And we want more. And for the extra, we're not going to pay. And he's like, dude, that'll put me the fuck out of business if I don't have wood left over for me to sell. What do you need wood for? Well, we're building ships. What do you guys need ships for? You can just use our ships. No, we can't use your ships. You guys are way the fuck over, like, 6 months across the fucking ocean. It's like half a year. No, we're not fucking around with that shit. That makes no sense. Give us... Well, Blodgett wasn't too happy with the deal. Just seeing the way things were going. Shit, made a phone call. Some aliens. He had met them when he first got over here. Sean, on the beach when the ships landed, kind of helped him come along. It was a cool little synergy type of relationship they had. Everybody was chilling, was eating alien meat, and human meat, not human meat, but meat that humans eat, they gave to the aliens. So the aliens considered it human meat, just categorically, not literally. No cannibalism today. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Or maybe I'll just say no human eating stories today. No monsters, no bears, none of that stuff. Just aliens and whatever the fuck it is I'm talking about. I'm high. I'm probably gonna go to sleep in a little bit because why not? It's 10:21. Anyway, my traveling time seeing the initial speaking of alien and man logic deal made, British slaughtered, war done, cemetery filled, aliens came. That's what happened. It's terrible. Civil War came and other deals were made and a lot of other shit happened. It's like this technology and the aliens were fucked up because it was like, we're gonna get this highly accurate shit that's like 15 times better at killing people than the shit they had before, but we're not gonna tell them that. We're just gonna let them stand in front of each other and fucking kill the shit out of each other. Like, they do realize that that's not how they won the Revolutionary War. Why would they go back to the same tactics? Makes no sense. Why don't you guys just fight each other on a new level of things? But of course, America, because destructive self-nature is wow. Did some shit. It's craziness. I seen it with my own two eyes. Mr. Blodgett and the whole alien invasion, extermination of human mankind. It's terrible. When I seen it bounce back to the cemetery quickly, I ran. I realized that there was this little piece of fucking metal kind of like stuck on my shoulder. It must have got there when I tried to jump on that ghost that I seen stabbing the bitch in the very beginning, but they were both ghosts, obviously. And somehow this piece of metal was responsible for my transfer through time. Well, the alien seen me. He's looking at me kind of funny. Looking at him like, alright, what do you want to do, alien? Like, what are we going to do here? He kind of held his hand, his fucking 4 fingers, like The Simpsons, sort of, but not like The Simpsons. A little bit different. I was like freaked the fuck out. Told him to back the fuck up. Wouldn't be no problems. He didn't want to listen to me. So shit got real fast. Real fast. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Punched him. He punched me back with some like alien fist jab move where another hand came out of his hand. But it was weird because he was like, then opened it up and then like another fist came out. Sort of like the alien mouth, except with a hand. I was like, oh shit. Motherfucking got ejecting baby fists. Bow. He's giving me the business, right? He's hitting me with the big hand, boom, backing up, then the little hand come out, smack. So it's like 2 hits in 1. It's going crazy. It's going crazy. I'm like really getting my ass kicked. Not happy about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Boom. Boom. Everything just changes. Sky gets dark. This green beam of light comes down. He's immediately vaporized into dust. I'm looking at him. Well, the dust, pile of dust. There's a huge pile of dust right in front of my fucking face. I like blow on it. It goes all over the place. Get on my shoe. Try to like get it off because I realize that it's this guy and like maybe if I spill water on it, it's all gooey and disgusting because it's just like his dust. Like maybe he got dehydrated so fast he just collapsed into little dust granules, sort of like sand, but more like Swiss Miss chocolate, but milk mixable. You know how when you get Swiss Miss at first, it just kind of like floats to the top. You gotta like push it in there, then it gets wet on the outside, but you have to like the dry. Oh, that's just so good when it's dry on the inside but wet on the outside, so it makes a little wet bubble. And you put it in your mouth, it's like poof, and it pops. It's like a surprise of dry ass chocolate. You chew on it. I want some hot chocolate now. Listen, I'm out because I'm tired. And I gotta get up early as fuck to go do something. And I wanna eat these noodles because I'm hungry. So, y'all have a very good night. Thank you for listening to me tell a stupid ass scary story live. It was probably not the best one in the world. But you know what? It is what it is. Have a great night. Remember, you know what? No matter whether or not there's some crazy shit happening,